All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, before I get started, as always, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, which Yahweh, that's Heavenly Father's true name. Yahweh Shai is from the world, even though they call us Jesus Christ, is his true name. All right. And I also want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to all the brothers out there pushing his word in all truth and in all sincerity. And today I want to get into a quick lesson, all right, about taking care of yourself, all right, taking care of your health, all right. And this is something that we should be doing, all right, as Israelites, all right. This is a part of our heritage, a part of our culture. If you look at the ancient men, all right. And let me start off with this real quick, all right. This is Romans 15:4. All right, it says here that the things, here we go. This is Romans 15:4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. Okay, so the things that were written aforetime were written for our learning. And with that being said, when you look at at the ancient men, all right, at our forefathers, they were men that were healthy, okay, men that knew of the herbs, okay, that had a healthy diet, that exercised, okay. For example, you look at King David. He was a mighty man. He was a warrior, okay. And if you're a warrior, you have to be what? In shape. So in order to be in shape, you have to do what? Work out, train. All right. Look at Samson. Look at our forefather Abraham. You see? That's those are some examples right there of men who were in shape. Okay. Then you look at the prophet Daniel, the prophet Esdras. Okay. They had a plant-based diet, okay? Now I'll say this. There's nothing wrong with eating meats, but as the scriptures say, all right, be mindful of your intake on them. Lord willing, I'll get that a little bit later, okay? We can't be necessarily just eating, meats all the time because they're lawful, okay? I'll say this. The scriptures say all things are lawful, but not expedient, all right? That doesn't mean it's wise that you need to be eating meat all the damn time, okay? You should actually have more of a plant-based, intake. You should have a lot of fruits, a lot of, greens, vegetables in your diet, all right? A lot of, different type of nuts, all right? Different, things like yogurts, okay? That should be in your diet, okay? Remember that. And I'll say this, another thing too is you should be, having different, you should be taking different supplements, different type of herbs, daily. That'll help your immune system. That'll help prevent, okay, diseases from occurring. And then if, let's just say if you are dealing with a particular illness, okay, you should be taking, whatever said herbs that can help that illness, all right? You see? Now, ultimately, I'll say this. We understand that Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is the one that, gives us good health or gives us, diseases. But, the Lord, gave us, particular tools, all right, to use and particular things to follow. All right? So just remember that. Keep that in mind. I understand that we're still going to be in these bodies and we're going to have our, as the scriptures talk about, the Apostle Paul said, a thorn in our side. We're all going to have, issues from time to time. That's why we ultimately do need, the Lord to save us and to deliver us from these, this flesh. But, we still got to, stay active, stay healthy. Okay. Now, with that all being said, let me get this, because we'll talk about the exercise, all right? Because I'll say this, brothers shouldn't be, brothers really shouldn't be, overweight, man, like that. Now, if you don't have a little extra weight, we understand that, brothers have, different body types, and it's understandable that you may not have all the time in the world to work out, but you shouldn't have all that body weight on you, because that helps promote, diseases, bad health. Okay, you'll have, all these different problems. Okay, because that weight can, affect your joints and your bones. All right, that weight can basically you could have fat that clogs up your arteries. Okay, you could basically have a high cholesterol. That may promote diabetes, gout, etc. Okay, so it's good to exercise. It's a good thing to exercise. All right, and that's why it says here in 1 Timothy chapter 4 verse 8 says, "For bodily exercise profited a little." Okay, you see, even though, like I said earlier, Yahweh Bashim Al Shai is the main ones that are going to give you good health, or or diseases. That's we understand that, all right. But still, look, that bodily exercise, it does profit. Okay, it helps you out. It helps out. So that's why a brother should be working out throughout the week. Now, I'm not saying you got to be the strongest and biggest bodybuilder in the world, but what I'm saying is you should be in shape, man. Because like I said earlier, that's a part of our culture. That's a part of Israelite culture. That's something that's not far-fetched. So brothers should really, get on it, man. All right? Get on it. Okay, so it says here, for bodily exercise profit a little, but godliness is profitable unto all things. All right? Having promise of the life that now is and that which is to come. Okay? But the main point is that, bodily exercise, it profiteth. All right? Little. Okay? It still does stuff. Okay? And now I want to get on this diet because, like I said, Jake, I'll say this. The majority of the time when you have some type of, disease, illness, right, it's because of your diet. And that's a known fact. And basically, if you have two things, if you have a bad liver and if you have a bad colon, you are going to experience, sicknesses. All right, that's a known fact that basically diseases start in those two regions. All right, and with that being said, all right, you need to be taking particular herbs that clean out your system. Okay, then on top of that, I'll say this too, brothers need to fast. Okay, not only because first and foremost, spiritually wise speaking, it helps. All right, but secondly, it does help the body out. It cleanses your body. It gets rid of the things and the toxins that are that are forming up in your body. Okay, because you got to remember that for instance, I'll say this: your colon, right? You'll have basically what's the word I'm looking for? You have feces. There we go. You have feces being built up on the walls of your colon, and it needs to get flushed out from time to time. Okay, because if it doesn't, then it's just basically old, old waste that's getting built up, and that can cause a problem in your body. So that's why it's good to fast, man. Okay. But point being though is, Jake needs to, eat herbs more. Okay, eat herbs more, and let's get this let's get where is that? That's Sirach. It says here in Sirach, because it talks about these meats, right? This is Sirach chapter, where is it, 37? Sirach chapter 37, and start at 29. Let's get straight to the point. This is Sirach chapter 27, verse 29, and it reads, Be not unsatiable in any dainty thing, nor too greedy upon meats. So you're not supposed to be greedy upon meats, okay? You're supposed to have a healthy intake, all right, of meats. You see? There's nothing wrong with eating meats, but hey, be mindful of these things, okay? And it says here, verse 30, it says, for excess of meats bringeth sickness. Okay, you see, when you have a high intake of meats in your diet, that bringeth a sickness, okay? That bringeth sickness. Okay, you're supposed to, like I said, have mainly, to be honest, a plant-based diet. You should be having a lot of, fruits, veggies, like I said, nuts, different, like yogurts, okay? That should be a good part of your intake. What I like to do personally, this is what, helps for me. Maybe it'll help for you, brothers. I'd like to eat in the morning in particular, just strictly veggies for the most part. I'll have some eggs, okay? And if I do have meat, I like to have like very, limited amount of meat, okay? Maybe a couple bacon strips and that's it. Turkey bacon strips, and then that's about it. Maybe like 2. But for the most part, I'm just eating, I'll say this, just eggs, parfaits, okay? I'll have like some type of like a fruit drink, okay? And they call them those refreshers and all that. You get them at Starbucks, Dunkin' Donuts, different coffee shops. That's why I like to to take, man. A lot of fruits in the morning, okay? And in the afternoon, it's good to eat like nuts and things like that. All right. And then at night, that's when I eat my big meal. But for the most part, for me personally, I have more of like a lighter, breakfast. Have a light, basically snacks throughout the throughout the afternoon. If I if I'm eating at that time, and then at night, that's when I have my big meal. All right. And then even then, I still make sure that it's cooked properly. All right. I don't like eating a lot of fried foods like that. I don't like eating a lot of red meats, because that's another thing too, brothers. Like, even though that red meat is lawful, the beef, the bison, and things like that, it's not good to eat that all the time. You should be eating a lot of chicken and fish in your diet if you are eating meats. Okay? All right. I'm just giving some spiritual advice here. Point being, though, is, I try to do that, and then, I try to fast, a little here, a little there throughout the month. Okay? Personally. All right? And these things will help out. They'll help your diet out. Okay, now, but let me finish this off. This is back in Sirach 37 and 30. For excess of meats bringeth sickness, and suffering will turn into choler. All right? Which goes basically into like diseases. Okay? Turns into, basically you're going to have bad health, man. All right? If you, eat too much of this. And let me keep reading. By suffering have many perished, but he that taketh heed prolongeth his life. You see, these things, they'll affect your diet if you, like I said, if you're intaking too many meats. But look, if you refrain from these things, as the scriptures say, refrain from your appetites, which let me get that. See, brothers got to learn how to have self-control, all right? Because if you have self-control, that's going to help you in the long run, okay? You're going to prolong your life, because the herbs help you out, man. And they got different benefits, all right? Different herbs have different benefits, all right? Like this, I'll show you this right here. The color of the fruits or vegetables, tell you what it's for, okay? For instance, like how it says there, for like the white, fruits and veggies, that helps with your immune system, okay? All right. Hey, for if you eat orange, based, fruits and veggies, that helps with cancer. All right, so on and so forth. Okay. You see? These things help out. Take heed, man. Take heed of these things. All right, but it says here in Sirach chapter 18 and 30, it says, "Go not after thy lust, but refrain thyself from thy appetites." All right. You see, sometimes you gotta just say, you know what, I'm not gonna eat the meats today. I'm not gonna eat the fried foods. All right, you know, I'm not gonna do that today. I gotta fall back. I'm not gonna eat the sweets today. All right, be mindful of these things. I can be mindful. All right, no, that's another thing too. Just a quick side note. Hey, regulate your sugar intake, man. All right, because I know certain brothers have a sweet tooth. Be mindful of how much sugar you're taking into your body. All right, because that's another large amounts of sugar intake that what's the word I'm looking for? That promotes, all right, diseases. That promotes illnesses. All right, so be mindful. All right, but let me get this real quick because I think after this one I'm pretty much done. All right, but this is what it says here in what's that? Where's that? 1 Corinthians. 1 Corinthians, maybe it's 13. No, it's 10. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 23, and it reads here, "All things are lawful for me, but all things are not expedient." You see, even though particular things that you do, they may be, technically lawful. You're not breaking any laws, biblically speaking, all right, the laws that, Yahweh Shema Shai gave, us as a nation. But as it says there, they are not expedient, okay, meaning wise. All right, and that's why I mentioned the whole thing with the fried foods and even just eating like red meats. It's not wise to be one making your food in all these oils and things like that, frying them. Okay, it's not wise to do that. And then eating red meat all the time, that's not wise. Eating meat all the time in general isn't wise. Okay, they're lawful, but it's not wise. So be mindful. And I even mentioned the sweets too. Be mindful of these, the intake of these things. Okay, hey, your bread intake, all right, things like that. Telling you, it will help you out at the end of the day. I'll say this: is it hard to be strict on yourself and to have that discipline? Of course, hey, but that's why you gotta pray. Okay, and you gotta you gotta pray. All right, you have to pray to the Lord for that discipline. And you gotta just you gotta put your your flesh into subjection and tell it no. Okay, all right. But it says, let me read it again. "All things are lawful for me, but all things are not expedient. All things are lawful for me, but all things edify not." All right. And let me get one last thing too, because I forgot this. All right. This is in Sirach, the 38th chapter. All right. This is Sirach 38, and I'll start at 1. We're going to go all the way down to around about the 9th verse. Okay. Let's get this, though. This is Sirach 38 and 1. All right. "Honor a physician with the honor due unto him, for the uses which you may have of him, for the Lord hath created him." Okay, so that physician, all right, the ultimate physician is whom? It's Yahweh Shai. Okay, he's the one that's going to ultimately heal us. But the Lord has placed particular men out here, all right, or particular brothers who are very knowledgeable, okay, in the field of health. Okay, you see. And if you don't, maybe you may not maybe you're a brother that's a little ignorant of diet, of exercising, etc., right? Go ask those brothers who are knowledgeable in that field. Okay, and get edified, get that knowledge. Write things down. Whatever it is, write a couple things down. Take some notes. All right, and then apply it to your life. Whatever these things are. Okay. Let me keep reading. Verse 2. "For of the Most High cometh healing." See, ultimately the Most High heals you. All right, and he shall receive honor of the king. All right, but let me keep reading. "The skill of the physician shall lift up his head, and in the sight of great men he shall be in admiration. The Lord hath created medicines out of the earth. You see, the Lord hath created these medicines. Okay, meaning these herbs. All right. So, brothers, I'll say this: you should be taking supplements. Okay. Now, if you can't find that particular herb, like that particular herb raw, hey, get pill forms, okay, of these things. Like, for example, for myself, I have all these different herbs, okay, and supplements in my house, man. Okay, the elderberry, that's one that's coming into mind. The ginkgo plant, the milk thistle, maca, ginseng. I'm trying to do it, man. There's so many pills I take. Yohimbe. Okay. Man, I'm trying to think of these herbs. There's so many of them. Hawthorn, etc., etc. All right. I take these things daily, in pill form because I can't find them raw. Hey, go to your local health store, or go to like a Whole Foods, and you'll find these things. Okay, you'll find them. All right, and these things will help you out. They'll help you. They'll help prevent diseases from occurring. And then if you do have a disease, they'll cure it. All right, through the Spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem Al Shai. And for me personally, I have a testimony. I got very sick. All right. This winter that just passed, very, very sick for 2 months. I dropped a lot of weight, probably 30 pounds. Yeah, maybe even 40. I don't know. I dropped a lot of weight. I felt I actually was almost dying. That's how bad it was getting. Of course, I prayed first and foremost to Yahweh B'Shem Al Shai. I had the brothers anoint me. And, I was taking my herbs, okay? I got in a regimen. And then eventually the Lord cured me from my disease. And it was something with my insides. It had to be something with my colon and my liver. Something was going on. I don't know what. I don't even know what it was, because I didn't even go to the doctor. Through the Spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem Al Shai, I was cured. I didn't even have to go to the so-called Esau facility. I knew it was something with my insides, and the Lord, I took the like I said, first I prayed, and then I took those herbs and I was healed. Those were medicines. So don't neglect these things. Even if it seems like it's not working. You have to wait and be patient. Okay. It's like I'll even say with Esau's modern day medicine, things don't get cured immediately with him, with those things. Okay. It takes time. So remember that. All right. Now let me keep reading. And he that is wise will not abhor them. All right. You're not going to avoid them or hate them. Okay. If you're a wise man, you're going to use them and apply them in your life. All right? Was not the water made sweet with wood, that the virtue thereof might be known? And he hath given men skill, that he might be honored in his marvelous works. And you see, the Lord has given particular men knowledge of these herbs and, of exercise. Okay? Because ultimately, at the end of the day, they're going to give praises to Yahweh B'Shem Al Shai. All right? When they see, a particular man get healed, they're going to say, hey, the Lord, first off, healed them, all right, because we asked. And then secondly, the Lord gave us, these particular tools to use to fix ourselves. The Lord made sure that he had some type of, tool out there to make sure that we can, repair ourselves when we're, broken, so to speak. Okay? Now let me keep reading. With such doeth he heal men and taketh away their pains. Of such doeth the apothecary, all right, which that's like a storekeeper, basically, somebody that, owns like a herb store, okay, maketh a confection, all right, which basically is like a concoction, okay, mixing of items together, all right, because then I'll say that sometimes you need, several different herbs to heal you, and of his works there is no end, and from him is peace over all the earth. My son, in thy sickness be not my son, in thy sickness be not negligent. Why can't I even say that word? Salakia. Negligent. Oh my God, I don't know why I couldn't pronounce that word. All right. So you can't neglect your health, man. Okay. You see. All right, you got to take care of yourself, man. All right, and it says here, but pray unto the Lord, and he will make thee sick. And like I said, ultimately, hey, first and foremost, Yahweh B'Shem Shai, he's the one that cures us, so you got to be praying. But like I said, hey, there are particular things that we need to do to have, good health, all right, and to heal ourselves. So remember that too, man. The Lord wants us to do all these things. Hey, this is what he laid out, before us. And with that being said, he wants us to apply this to our lives, man. All right? So, brothers, hey, exercise, eat healthy. Be mindful of your intake of meats and all that. All right? And, eat your, supplements, man. Get your herbs in. Okay? But that's pretty much it, Just wanted, to talk about, diet, basically, And, I'm going to end off this lesson, And with that, shalom.